everybody, Laurie here from Unique in the Creek, and today we're going to put together kit 056 on the rail board. It's a beautiful kit. It has the owls, the two beautiful owls with the warm winter wishes, with the gold metallic on the owl's beak and on the wording. It is a 12-inch metal sign that we're going to apply to the Unique in the Creek rail board. In the kit, you also get this beautiful 1.5-inch gold and cream colored cheetah print. You also get this beautiful 1.5-inch light pink with gold and cream micro dots that are glittery. Beautiful combo. You also get this great spray. This is a plastic spray. These are plastic and they have glitter all over them. They are so super beautiful. We're going to put these into our creation as well. You got a couple pipe cleaners for making bows if you want to put some bows on. And then of course you got the kit with your wire nippers, your measuring tape, your glue dots in case you don't have a cutting board. And you also get a small tube of E6000, which we are going to use to glue our sign onto our board, okay? What you don't have in the kit is something heavy. So we are going to glue this 12-inch sign onto our rail board. And once we put the glue down, you do need something heavy to put on top of it to keep it pressed down so the glue will catch and there won't be any air in between. So I just use a big vase I have, and we're just gonna let that sit for overnight. So let the glue cure and grip to the sign and the rail board. Okay, so what you need to do is first decide how you want to do your rail. Now, if there is words up on the top of the sign, I usually decorate the bottom, okay? Now, if the words weren't at the top, you could turn your rail this way and decorate the top of it. But if we decorate the top of it, it's probably gonna, some of the ribbons and stuff will probably cover the wording. So for this particular project, it's best to do the bottom, or you can even do, if you want, and get fancy, more sideways if you want. For me, I'm gonna keep it simple, and I'm just gonna glue it onto the bottom like this, okay? So what we're gonna do first is make sure there is nothing on the rail board. And I also like to peel off the sticker, just in case, you never know. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is we're gonna take the E6000 and you're going to take the lid off and you just flip the lid over, and there's a little pointy thing inside the cap, and you're gonna puncture the tube of the E6000 with that pointy thing, okay? So like I said, I am using my rail board with the holes at the bottom so I can decorate the bottom. And I'm just kind of lining it up on my cutting mat where this line is in between the hanging holes here, but that line is also, I can see it running through these 3 center lines there, because I am going to line up the bottom hole that is on the sign with this hole right here. So you're going to take your glue, again, like I said, make sure there's nothing on your board, and we're just going to go around and dab the glue first around the outside, just like that. Okay, let's keep squeezing. Now squeeze from, we want every little ounce of glue in this, so if you can just roll it from the top. Okay, now we're gonna do, kind of make an X in the middle as I'm squeezing the glue out. And then we'll go down through the center line here. Again, like a toothpaste tube, just keep rolling that tube so we can get all the glue out. And then just wherever you see there's a big bare spot, just dab that glue there. Ooh. Every little drop. There we go. I have squeezed it to the very end. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sign. Again, now you want to make sure there's nothing on the back of your sign. So brush anything off. And I'm going to line up the bottom hole here with that bottom hole, like I said. Just like that. Okay, so there's my hole on the sign, and there's the 3 center holes. And I'm going to just flip it over because the top hole, to make sure it's even, the top hole, you can eyeball it. We're going to turn it just so that top hole is in between the 2 hanging holes on the rail board, which it is now. So I just kind of turned my sign just a little bit. And then I'm just moving this around. And it is good to move around the sign because we are kind of squishing that glue down underneath. Okay, so you don't want to cover up your any of your holes with the sign. So my sign is just above the 2 outside holes on row 2 right here. Okay, so we are ready, and then I'm going to take a vase or something really heavy, and I'm going to just place it on top and let it sit overnight, and the glue will cure, and then once it's cured, we can start decorating the bottom. Once your sign is glued onto your rail, you are ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our zip ties, and on the rail board you'll see a number 1 and a number 2. We're going to be using number 1 hole to the outside of the board, and you're going to do the zip tie up closed, okay? Just like that. So it's kind of hanging off the board, okay? And then we're going to reuse that hole, and we're going to go down that hole and back up hole 1.5. We're going to do that up, and then we're going to take another zip tie and go down 1.5. We're going to use that hole again up to 2. Okay, so we have 3 zip ties on this first section. We're going to do the same thing for the second section. Again, hole 1 to the outside of the board, hole 1 to 1.5, alrighty, and 1.5 to 2. We're going to skip the middle for right now, and we're going to go and do exactly what we did on this side, we're going to do on this side. So down, hole 1 around the board. Okay, once you've finished putting on your zip ties, the next thing we're going to do is prepare our ribbons and our tulle on this side and this side. So this side, we're going to be using 5 pieces of this pink and gold multi-dots ribbon at 14 inches and 5 pieces of this beautiful cheetah print gold and cream ribbon. So we need 5 14-inch pieces of both on this side and 5 on this side for a total of 10. We are also going to use one at the bottom for 11. So we need 11 pieces of ribbon at 14 inches of each. So you can either take your ribbon and run it along your measuring tape, put your finger on the 14 inch and flip it over and go back and forth this way, folding back and forth. Takes a little bit longer, but you can do multiple pieces at the same time. Okay. And then you would cut the ends where it's folded. And in this case, it's only folded one on each side, and I got 3 pieces. Or if you have a measure buddy, you can pull out number 1 all the way to 14 inches, and you can wrap it around. So we can go around 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you will need 11 of them. So the next one you could do 6. Cut the ends. And we got 5 pieces right away. And once you have your 11 pieces of ribbon, you're going to fold each of them in half. And then fold it lengthwise in half, just again, right at the top. And you're going to cut from the fold to the outside corner to give you your dovetailed ends. Okay, so you can either do it like that, or you can butt the ends of the ribbons together. So I have 3 here. Okay, just like that. Fold it over. Again, cut from the folded edge to the outside corner. And then you would do the same on the other side. For all 11 of your ribbon tails. Okay, and then again, we're going to fold these ones right in half as well. So you'll have a stack of 11 cheetah print and a stack of 11 of the pink, gold, and ivory. Okay, once your ribbon's cut, we're going to start putting together our rail. And I'm going to be using these beautiful silvery, and they're shimmery flocked pom-poms. They're absolutely gorgeous. And there is 9 of them per stem. Okay, so I'm going to rip them apart. So you can just pull from the main stem. You can pull them right off. It's just paper that's wrapping them. This one came off with a bunch of 3 already. So, the last one's going to be tough, right? Okay, that one doesn't want to come off, so we'll just use our wire nipper. There we go. Now this is now garbage. I'm also going to use, now this is not included in the kit if you are doing a kit, but you can buy some greenery. I bought this pick at Hobby Lobby. It was $3.99 with 50% off, and it's got 3 stems on it. It's just green, and it's got a little bit of snow and stuff. You can use any kind of greenery if you want to add some green in it. Even the dollar store has some really cute greenery that you can add into your rail if you want. But this one, like I said, I got at Hobby Lobby. So if it was $3.99, I got it for $2. It's really pretty. It's got the snow and everything on it. But for this one, again, all you have to do is pull them apart. And they are now individual stems. So I have two here, which gives me 6 stems. So I'm going to add these in with my pink balls. Okay. All right, and the last thing we need to do is our tool. Now, the tool is, you won't really see the tool. It's just mostly to lift the ribbons up so they're a little bit more 3D and not so flat, just to have something in behind. And you're going to want to cut your tool. I know this is white, so it's very hard to see. We're going to do it 12 inches. So there's a few ways you can do it. You can either get your measure buddy. If you have a measure buddy, pull it out to 12, lock it in. Put the end of the tool at the end of your measure buddy, and we're going to go around 3 halves. So this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to cut right here. We're going to slide this off, fold it in half, so the two ends are in half, just like that. I'm just going to put a clip on it for a second because I want to get one of my ribbon tails, maybe the cheetah. Okay, so I'm going to pinch this in half, flip it up so both ends are the same length. Okay, I'm going to put the end that was wrapped, there's the two ends, put the end of a tool in, put my cheetah print ribbon, the end of that in, and we can do one of these pretty pom-pom picks in there. And once you got it all in, you can do it up, and then we might slide a little bit of this greenery in as well. Oh, I think that looks great. So I'm just going to slide it, the greenery in just a little more, and have the kind of the pom-pom sitting on the greenery. Yes, I like that. And then do the zip tie up, right up. Perfect. Okay, we're going to clip that. Okay, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did on this top one. I'm going to do it on the bottom. This time for my tool, if you don't have a measure buddy, you can use your ruler. Okay, so what you can do is take the end of your tool, put it at the end of your ruler, pinch at the 12, and then there's 1, 2, and then fold it over again, 3 halves, and then cut it. We're going to fold it in half again. Like that. Okay, I'm going to take another one of the cheetah. So I'm just pinching it in the middle. Flip your ribbon up. I'm going to put the tool in kind of angled. So the top one is a bit angled. We're going to do the bottom one a bit angled because there is going to be something going in the center one as well. So there's the cheetah. We'll put a greenery in. Snip some of that off. It's a little long. There we go. 1 pom-pom. Once you get it all in, you can adjust it if you don't do it super, super tight, the zip tie. You can keep it all in there, but adjust your greenery and your pom-pom. And then once you have it in place where you want it, everything's in there, do that zip tie up nice and tight and clip. And then the middle one, we're going to do, another way you can cut your tool is you can just grab a piece of cardboard, cut your cardboard down to 12 inches. So this piece of cardboard is 12 inches. And you can use it just like you would your measure buddy. Take the end of your tool, put it at the end of your cardboard. 1, 2, 3. Snip. You're going to slide it off your cardboard. You can use like a piece of pop can or pop box or any piece of Amazon box, whatever you have. All right, and then I'm going to put the tool in, and I'm going to do a piece of pink ribbon, just like that. And that's all that's going in the middle one. Okay, we don't want to make it too busy. So whatever we do to this side, we're going to do to this side, okay? So we'll finish up this side. All right, so we did the 2 cheetah on the top and bottom and the pink in the middle. So for this next row, we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna do the pink and cheetah in the middle. So we need 2 pink and 1 cheetah. And then I'm in the middle, I'm also going to put a piece of greenery. Just cutting it down a bit so it's not so long. And 1 pom-pom. Yeah, that'll look good. I'll just trim that down a bit too. Okay, let's get started on that row. One, 2, 3. Slide it off. Fold it in half. This one is going to have pink. And no greenery or pom-pom. So just a piece of tulle and the pink ribbon tail. And pull that tight. Alrighty. And we're going to do the same thing as on the bottom. Pink. So put the end of your tool in, the end of your ribbon tail, and do that zip tie up. And then in the middle one, we will be using the cheetah and putting the greenery in a pom-pom. Alrighty, that's one side. So like I said, whatever we do to the one side, we're going to do exactly the same to the other. Okay, so we're going to do the gold cheetah, cheetah, greenery, greenery, pom-pom, pom-pom, and then the center one is just pink, and then opposite. Okay, once we're done the sides, we now have to work on the middle. So first thing we're going to do is the bottom. So you're going to take a zip tie. Okay, we're just going to leave it open just like that. We are going to get our piece of tulle. 2, 3. And you're going to take one of each of your ribbon tails. So a pink one and a cheetah one. I'll put the cheetah one on top. Put my scissors down just to hold the tulle until I get my ribbons done here. Pinching, I put both of them on top of each other, and these ribbon tails are going to face going downwards like this. And then the zip tie is going to come around the middle of the tulle and the tails here. Okay, and we still have 3 of these balls we can stick. I'm going to put one going on this side, just like that, just to give a little extra something. And then I'll put another one on the opposite side, just like that. And do that right up. Now we won't see these stems because we will be putting ribbon in the center up top that will cover the stems here. Okay, and take this zip tie. Now if you want more durability, you can add some hot glue anywhere you've put your ribbon and your greenery or your balls, and you can just add a little bit of hot glue right to there, so you have the zip tie and glue holding in everything. And now we are going to go the center, and we do again a piece of tulle. This one I'm going to fold in half. So it's 12 inches. We're going to fold it in half. And normally we would put this rounded piece in. For this one, I'm going to keep it in half and just put it right down in the center. Just like that. I just want to cover up some of that board, and I'm going to cut the ends so it kind of poofs up. gonna go right on top. So roll 1.5 to hole 2. So 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3 again. At 12 inches, got it folded, and we're going to put it right in the center, just like that again. And this time we're going to put another set of tails into that zip tie. So this time I'll have the pink on the top and the cheetah on the bottom. Pinch them up, flip them. And do your zip tie up. And we'll cut this, so it'll poof it up, and then we're going to make a bow to put right here. And for the bow, if you have a bow maker, you can make a cute little bow. I wouldn't go any bigger than 5-inch loops, and just 2 loops of each of the different ribbons on each side. I wouldn't go like a huge, extraordinary big bow. It will, if that is the case, it'll take over everything. If you don't have a bow maker, what we're going to do is you're going to cut 2 pieces of the cheetah ribbon at 10 inches, and you're going to dovetail them both ends, and 2 pieces of the pink and gold, and cut them dovetailed at both ends. We have one of our little pom-pommy things left, and we still have 2 pipe cleaners. So what we're going to do is we're going to make kind of like a funky kind of bow thing. So I'm going to start out with my cheetah. I'm just going to fold it in half just to get the center mark for myself. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the pink. And I'm going to kind of line up the 2 middles just like that, like a small crisscross like that. Again, we'll do the cheetah. Going this way. And then the pink going this way. Now you can add more than just 4 ribbons if you want. I think the 4 ribbons is just going to be suffice because we have the tails that are hanging down here. Alrighty, so what you're going to do now is we've lined up and we kind of got an X going here. You're going to take the top, pinch it to the middle, take the bottom, pinch it to the middle, and you have a little bow thing like that looks like this. And then what we can do is I'm going to cut this wire down a bit. There we go. I'm going to slide it just in the middle of my ribbon tails. Just put it right in the middle there. Take your pipe cleaner, and in the middle of your pipe cleaner, bring it down. Okay, and you're tightly going to twist. Okay, you can hold the pipe cleaner still and twist the bow. A few twists, okay? So when you finished, you got something like this. Okay, I think it's twisted enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the end, one end down the very center hole 2, and then the other end of the pipe cleaner down hole 1.5. So it just sits just like that. Push that down, and we're going to give it a twist on the back. Okay, so once you've done that, then I'm going to cut some more of this wire off. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of hot glue, just so my little pom-pom doesn't slide out of the center here. And it's going to go right in the middle, like that. And then you can open these tails, spread them apart, and open them up. So you make a cute little fun, kind of funky bow. Something like that. Okay, and then once we're done, we're going to kind of move things back. I just want to push this down. I think I'm going to glue it right to the middle here. Just hold it like that. And give it a curl. So you get your scissor fingers, okay? Take your ribbon between your 2 fingers here like this and pull and kind of go up. And it gives your little funky bow a nice little curve to it. And you can do that with most of them. And then we're going to kind of just move these around. So you don't want, you want it to come up on the edge of the sign, but you don't want it to completely cover your sign. So you can move the pieces around. Okay. And you want both sides to kind of look kind of the same. And there we go. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take this pipe cleaner. Now, if you have, what we could do to make a prettier bow, you could take one of these ribbons and we could cut the wire, the edging off one of the ribbons, put it through, and we can make a hanger with the wire, just like that. Or you can use a pipe cleaner over top of the wire. I think I'm going to make that's a perfect idea, but I'm going to make it a little longer, about 8 inches. Just give myself some extra room to work with. There we go. I'm just going to put it in just like that. Line them up and give it a knot at the top. Okay, and then we can use this piece. What we can do with this is we can make a little bow to put right in the center, right on top of the hole there. So I'm going to take this other piece that I cut off, this other piece of wire. Let's fold this in half so we know where the center is. I'm going to dovetail it. And you could use a brand new piece. I'm just using what I have, so we're not wasting anything. Scrunch it up in the middle. We're going to take this gold wire, put it in the middle, wrap it around, off. And for this part, you'll need a little bit of hot glue or some E6000. I'm just putting a little glue dab right there, and where I've cut that ribbon off, I'm going to put my little bow right there. So we got a really cute little hanger, and we put a bow on top of the hole. And there we go. All done. You have 3/4 of a roll of this ribbon still left, 3/4 of a roll of this ribbon still left, and 1/2 a roll of the tulle that you can use in other projects. Especially the pink is great. This pink one is beautiful at Easter, so make sure you save it. And there you go, your warm winter wishes pink and gold owl kit. Thanks for joining me. And there's the back. Oh, let's clean up the back for sure. So we're going to clip this excess pipe cleaner off and put it down the holes so we can keep everything nice and neat. Okay, if you're selling it, you're going to put a sticker on it or your business card on the back. Alrighty, and there is the front. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified when more tutorials like this are posted. Thanks everyone. Bye.